Alright, so we're going to try making this assembly here. It's a 470-13-18, the marking gauge. We're going to make each of the individual parts and then make separate drawings for each one of them and then do an assembly drawing. So let's get started. I'm going to start specifically with this part right here. And so this is called the head. We're going to go with that one right there in the beginning. Alright, so I'm going to start by going into AutoCAD, clicking a new drawing. Oops. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm going to click a new drawing, start with the one that's your names, which should be updated, and you should be good. DWT. Okay, we might start here by changing it to, say, right. So I'm going to be in the XY plane, and I'll go back here and look at this. And I'm going to see here that I'm looking for the diameter on the outside of that part, which tells us how big that is. Alright, that diameter right here is 2. Right there, its diameter is 2. The thickness of it is 0.2, so when I go back here, I'm going to go to circle and do circle diameter. Make that 2, and then extrude that out 0.2. Alright, so I've got that kind of figured out. We'll go out here, we're going to look at this. This diameter is 1.12, and it comes out the rest of the way. So it's going to be 1.3 off of that surface right there. Now there's two things we could do. If you wanted to just do 1.5, you could, but I'm going to do it right here. Circle off of that center point right there, make it 1.12, and extrude that out 1.3. 1.3. Alright, union those two pieces together. Alright, and then we'll look at this back here again. So there's only thing we've got a chamfer here. There's a hole going through it is 0.5. There's a little hole right here. It looks like it's a threaded hole. So we'll go with that in a second. So we got a chamfer, and then there's a fillet on there right there. So I'm going to start by doing the hole. So the diameter is 0.5. So I'll do a circle here on that center point right there, 0.5, and extrude that through the entire piece. Subtract from this piece, and then that's there. And then I had a chamfer on the outside there, which I already forgot that distance. The chamfer is 0.06 on a 45, and that's a 0.12 radius there. So we'll go here, click on chamfer, select that surface right there, and I'll click OK. Oh, I forgot. Let me hit escape. So I'm going to click chamfer. I got to set my distance as 0.06, and then enter, and then I can second chamfer distance. Because it's 45, it's going to be 0.06 also, and we'll do that right there. Enter, enter, and it should 0.06. Yes. Oh, now I can select this right here, right, and it puts that on there. Okay. So now I got that on there. So that might take a little bit there. It didn't work quite the way I thought it would. That fillet was 0.12, so I'll go back to here, set my radius as 0.12, and then select this loop right there, right click and enter, and it should put that radius on that loop. So I got that in there. Alright, now to make this really, really easy, I'm going to try to make this easy for you. There's a internal thread right there, and it's 0.5 this way. So that's going to be, it says it's going to fit a 1032 screw, and we'll make that part right there, the 1032, back 0.5 inches. So when you go here, what I would do is this. I'm going to change my UCS in AutoCAD. I'm going to change it back to world. I'm going to do a circle here, and I'm going to go right here on this center point, circle, and I'm going to do it right from that center point right there, and make it 0.159. Alright, that's the size hole that needs to get drilled to make that hole for that. And then I'm going to click move, and I'll move it back, straight back. Oh, ortho's got to be on, so I'm going to move it straight back along the x-axis, and I'll go back 0.5. Now it's positioned in the right spot, so when I extrude it, I'm going to extrude it upward and then subtract it. So subtract from this surface right here, this one right here. Alright. So now I've got that hole in place. Now if I change this to conceptual, you'll see that that looks pretty much like it should. Alright, that's the first part we're concerned with. I'll change this back to wireframe. That's the first one. we'll look at the next one here. This one is a little more difficult to kind of work out. And so you've got a diameter right there. Let's see, it's a 0.5 diameter. That's 8 inches long. It's got a 0.2 wide flat on it, and that's kind of important. And it's got the little hole for the scriber here on the end. All right, so let's go back here. I'm going to try to make this relatively easy. I'm going to switch this back to right, so it's R, and we're going to line stuff up later, but I'm going to draw a circle somewhere right about here. And what did I say that diameter was? That diameter is 0.5. And so we'll go diameter 0.5, and then before I try to extrude it, I want to add that flat to it. Right, so I'm going to switch to looking at it directly at it right here. My UCS is in the XY plane, so I'm in good shape. So I've got a line that's 0.2 long. I know that the flat across it is 0.2. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to draw a line that goes 0.2 long. All right, just anywhere. So then I'm going to use the O-snap settings that I have. So I'm going to click Move, and I'm going to move that right there to the center point. Click that O-snap, so it's right on the center now. And now I know exactly where those lines are at. So I can draw a line that goes from here up to there, and where that intersection crosses it. So I can move this line straight up from there to there. And I know exactly where, so I'll erase this line, hit erase, and I know exactly where those endpoints touch, so I can click Trim and click this part off of there. Right, so now I've got the flats on that. So at this point, I should be able to click Press Pull, go inside of this part right here, and go out that way 8 inches. So now I've got a part with a flat on it. All right, use those tools to my advantage to be able to get that done. I'm going to move this because I want to erase the original thing that I drew there. I don't need that anymore. All right, so when we look back at this, it says there's a chamfer on this end. It says it's on both ends, so it's a 0.03 chamfer there. So we'll click on chamfer, and we're going to change my distance to 0.03 and make that one 0.03. I'm going to select this line. I'm okay with the current one. Enter. And enter again. So I'm going to select this loop right there, right click and enter, and puts it on there, and I'll do the same thing on the other end. Chamfer down here. Okay, the distance is 0.03. Yes and yes. Select that loop right there. Right click and enter, and then we're good. All right, last thing we're going to do is we've got to add the hole. That's 0.012 because that's the diameter, and we'll come a quarter of an inch off the end there. All right, so I'm going to come up here to this end right there, and I'm going to draw, change my UCS. I'm going to do the hole the same way I did the other one. So I'm going to go change it to world, and I'll click diameter right there. I'm going to go to the center point right there and make that 0.01. And then I will move it I'm going to move it this way. I already forgot that distance, 0.25. So I'll come down this way, 0.25. All right. Now, to make this easy on myself, I'm going to do this where I click on, let's click Extrude. And we can extrude this thing right here. And I'm going to make it really, really far. But I have to move it. So I'm going to move it as long as my ortho's on. I can move this and move it straight up so it goes through the entire part. And when I click subtract from this part, right click, and that right there. All right. So now I'll double click my mouse wheel. And at this point, I'm going to stop this video so you can catch up, and we'll go from there.